What up, YouTube, Instagram? It's your boy JP10390 coming at you with another video. Today's video is going to be pretty cool. Think I'll enjoy it. As you can tell by taking a look at this box, we are going to be taking a look at a Colt today. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be taking a look at a Colt. But to be more specific, we are going to be taking a look at my Colt 1911 government model. This is their competition series, stainless, chambered in 45 ACP, of course. All right, let me just start off by talking about what you get when you purchase this pistol. So what you're gonna get when you purchase this pistol, you're gonna get obviously the pistol itself. You're gonna get this bag of lubricating oil. The gun didn't come with this cleaning brush. This actually came with my other 1911 that I had, which I traded, which I'll get into later in the video. Also comes with a trigger lock, which I've discarded. Also had some NRA flyers and some Colt flyers, which I've discarded. Didn't really need that, just kept the essential stuff. Also, you get the instruction manual, which is held in place on the top here. All right, so just your standard Colt stuff. So let's just get this box out of the way and talk about the gun. All right, so like I said, this is the Colt Competition series. This has all the bells and whistles of a good modern 1911. Let me just start off by saying that the magazine that's inserted in this gun is loaded, but this gun is in condition 3, which means we have a loaded magazine, empty chamber, hammer down, so we are working with a safe firearm for all you safety Nazis out there. All right, so first I just want to go over, just really talk about the finish of this firearm, because this is what sold me on it. So in the finish, this is what Colt calls its corrosion-resistant stainless finish. So on the sides here, we have this nice, polished, brushed stainless. On the sides, and on the top, we have like a matte, bead blasted, whatever you want to call it, finish. Also on the bottom, some on the frame here. So the finish of this gun is really beautiful. That's what sold me on it. I've always wanted a silver 1911. And this gun also does have the nice blue VZ G10 grips, which really complements this pistol. And these grips have like the this magazine release guide, so it just helps you get to the magazine release faster, because this pistol is marketed for competition after all. Also gets the extended beaver tail, which is nice. Also get a memory bump on the beaver tail safety. Also have a skeletonized trigger, which is adjustable. Right now it's at 3.5 pounds, which is right where I want it. Also which has serrations on it too. I don't know if y'all can see that. Also have a skeletonized hammer for faster cycling, which has serrations on it, so you could get a good purchase on it. Not that you would ever have the need to thumbcock the hammer in a 1911 unless you have it in condition 2, which means you would insert a magazine, rack the slide, and you would have to lower that hammer on a loaded chamber, which can be unsafe if you don't know what you're doing. So really don't recommend that. If you're going to carry a 1911, either carry it in condition 1 or condition 3. Anyways, so you got the skeletonized trigger, skeletonized hammer. All right. Also have the slightly extended thumb safety, which isn't ambidextrous, which I prefer. I do not like 1911s with ambidextrous thumb safeties for some reason. Slightly extended slide stop, They do have serrations on them. And here you have some really aggressive rear cocking serrations. And I'm happy this one doesn't have front cocking serrations. I think front cocking serrations on a 1911 just doesn't look good. For me, it just ruins the look of a 1911. Also, here we have a undercut in the trigger guard right here, so you get a good high purchase on the gun for the lowest bore access possible. Also, the memory bump helps with that. The front strap is smooth. There's no serrations or checkering, which is fine. However, you do have serrations on the back strap. Smooth on the beaver tail safety and the memory bump. We have on here, this says government model Colt caliber 45 auto, and then you have the Colt pony emblem, and over here it says competition series, made in Hartford, Connecticut, USA. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful pistol. I love it. It is one of my favorite guns. And by the way, this weighs in at 47 ounces, so pretty heavy pistol. For the sights, we have a rear Novak style blacked out sight with a front fiber optic, which is red. I might switch this out for a tritium sight, but these do work really well, especially in the daytime. I might put about 150 rounds through this thing. No malfunctions whatsoever. Shot beautifully. In fact, this is the only gun that I can get bullseyes with no problem. So, and I think a lot has to do with the trigger. This is a nice, short, crisp trigger. Very beautiful gun. The story on how I got this actually is pretty cool. So I had a Turkish-made T-Sauce or a Zeg 1911, whatever you want to call it. It's just an imported Turkish-made 1911 that I just bought, you know, just because it was cheap and it was my first 1911. And the second time I took it out, malfunctioned like crazy, pissed me off, so I wanted a better one. You know, so I got some money together and I was gonna trade it. So I went into my local gun shop with the intent of trading the Turkish 1911 for a stainless version of the Turkish T-Sauce 1911. And so I go up to the lady at the counter and she's like, hey, you know, how can I help you? And I said, yeah, I want to trade in this 1911 for the stainless version. And she was like, oh, okay, we could do that. She was like, but I might have something a lot better for you that we can probably work a deal. And I was like, cool, let's see it. She was like, well, we do have this Colt here. So she presents both pistols in front of me, the stainless T-Sauce and this Colt. And, you know, I feel both of them, and the fit and finish was obviously way better than on the fit and finish was way better on the Colt than on the T-Sauce. So obviously I was going to go with the Colt, but there was a problem. The problem was that brand new, that T-Sauce that I traded was $400. Obviously the store wasn't going to buy it from me for that price. So I was only able to get about $220 for it. Still wouldn't have enough. All right, so I had about $700 on my card, my checkings, and I had the pistol I was gonna trade it. Still wouldn't have enough because this is a $1,500 gun. And the owner of the gun shop, you know, Blue Tuna. If you're in my area, check them out. Blue Tuna Gunsmithing, really cool people. The owner, he was like, you know what? You're a good customer. You're a good dude. So I'll tell you what. He was like, you give me the gun, $700, and you could take the Colt. Basically took off $400 from me. All right, $400, you can get a fucking Gen 4 Glock or a Smith & Wesson MMP. So I definitely lucked out on that one. But, oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful pistol. All right. And for some reason, I don't know why, it only came with one magazine, but I'm not complaining. You know, because I do have the money to buy extras. And that's what I did. So I have an 8-round Ruger mag. All right. And I also bought a Wilson Combat 10-round magazine. All right. And what's interesting about the magazine that this gun came with is that this is, even though it's flesh fit, it is an 8-round magazine. All right. This is one of Colt's newer 8-rounders, and they're flesh fit. Now, the only manufacturer that I know of that has done this is a Wilson Combat. All right. They do make flesh fit 8-rounders. Usually, if you have a flesh fit magazine on a 1911, it's going to only hold 7 rounds. But in this case, we have a flesh fit 8-round, which I definitely prefer, because on these 8-round Ruger mags, you do get this black floor plate. And gotta have more magazines, right? So there's 3 more Ruger mags. All right, so they're not too badly priced. All right, these 4 are $30 a piece, and this Wilson Combat mag is $40. So I have a total of 6 magazines with this gun. I usually try to get like 5 or 6 magazines with each of my guns. So, but yeah, man, this is just a very solid, well-made, beautiful 1911. And this does have a national matched barrel. I don't know if you can see it, but it does say NM right there. So very high quality barrel. Cold hammer forged. And that's pretty much it, man. Just a really good 1911. I mean, there's no rail here, so can't mount any lights or lasers or anything like that, but you know, that is a-okay to me. Just a very, very beautiful pistol. I really could look at this thing for hours. That's how beautiful I think it looks, especially with these blue grips. Really gives this pistol a really great contrast. Just one last look at the pistol. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, peace.